Instagram, you might not know that I have COVID. I'm on day 7 now and I'm starting to feel better, but I have lost like a little bit of taste in the last couple of days. I think just because of like all the congestion. It's honestly been kind of a mind fuck because in the mornings I'll wake up feeling absolutely horrible, complete shit, and then I'll pop a Dayquil and then I'll feel a lot better. There have been like a few days where I just don't want to do anything, but today is not one of those days. I wanted to film this makeup look that I did the other day, and I haven't done a makeup video in such a long time that I thought I would share some of my favorite products that I've been loving. Oh, I also do want to add that I am double vaccinated and boosted, and I think that's been helping a lot with my milder symptoms of COVID, and I don't even want to imagine what it would be like if I didn't have the vaccine and everything. So I highly encourage anyone to get vaccinated and boosted if you haven't already. So I curled my hair today and it ended up being really poofy, and I'm waiting for it to like just die down a little bit. But I'm just gonna clip it out of my way first. I'm gonna clip my bangs back too. I have a funny story about these bangs to tell you later. Okay, just like ignore the frizziness, yeah? I'm gonna prime my skin first with Glow Recipes Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. I love using this to add some glow to my skin, and I feel like it really helps with not making my skin look so dry underneath everything. Then I'm gonna prime my eyes with Benefit's Don't Stray Eye Primer. I've been changing up the order of my routine recently just to make things easier because I've been doing my brows differently. I'm gonna use the Refi Brow Sculpt, I think it's called. It's really cool. So it has a product in here, and then on the other end it has this brush and this comb to help lay your brows down and up and back. And I like doing my brows first, so if I need to clean anything up, I can easily clean it up without removing any of my foundation or base makeup. So I just take this and coat my brow hairs up and back. Then I just let it dry for a little bit, and then I'll take the fluffy brush side and push them up like that. I've been playing around with like doing my brows a little bit differently so that I can find the best way to do my brows. I've been experimenting with a lot of different products, but for the tail end I like to kind of push it sideways. My brow hairs are so coarse and stubborn that the tail end of the brows don't stay up, so I find that if I want it to last longer, I have to do a kind of sideways angled down situation, like the way they would normally grow. This brow is my favorite brow. It's just shaped so much nicer and so much easier to work with. I'm going to let that like just settle for a little bit and move on to my base. I'm gonna use the Cosmetics Daydream Cushion. I still love this. It's still one of my favorite base products. You can just tell by looking at my compact how much I use this. See how that just like really nicely evened out my skin tone? I mean, I still have some blemishes and dark spots, but it's just so nice. I'm gonna do a layer of Shape Tape over these blemishes here. I'm in the shade Light Medium Sand. So with the concealer, what I like to do is just dab it on. Take a brush like this. This is the Sephora Pro Concealer 57 brush. I read they don't sell this anymore. I'm not sure. But what you want to look for is a pretty dense brush with a dome top, and it's pretty fluffy. And then I just go over the spots in this tapping motion to really work in that concealer. I'm gonna lightly set my makeup with the Kosas Feathery Cloud Set powder with the Sephora Blush Brush 96. I'm just gonna lightly tap everything. I love this powder. This is probably my second one, I think. I also do have some lip balm on. I'm wearing the Cosmetics lip cushion in Venetian Rose. For contour, I'm gonna use this bronzer stick from Rare Beauty. It's new, it just recently launched and I love it. I'm using the shade Happy Soul. I'm gonna do my nose first, so I'm just gonna draw 2 lines down, blend it upwards towards my brow bone, and also a little bit over my eye, like that. Then I'm going to contour the rest of my face. So I'm just gonna go up here, dab a little product on, and then brush it upwards. It just blends in so nicely. I haven't been contouring my forehead since I have bangs. It doesn't really matter. I thought I would share a little bit of my experience with COVID in case it helps some of you like spot it or maybe know what to do. It started off with a sore throat, and I've actually been getting sore throats on and off throughout the winter, and they would just go away within a day. And I thought it was because it's cold or I've been leaving the heater on. But this time, after a day, it didn't go away. And then day 2, I was very tired. I slept all day. So now I'm gonna go in and fill in my brows. I think I'm gonna use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade on the Sigma Winged Liner brush. Sometimes I use an eyebrow pencil that also works really well. Okay, so then I tried to schedule a COVID test. But I know that some people have been testing negative for a few days before they eventually test positive. And I heard that it was because like the viral load wasn't strong enough to be detected or something. So I eventually got tested on my 4th day, and it came back positive. On the 3rd day, I woke up with body aches and a headache. 4th day was probably the worst day. That's when I got a runny nose and congestion. And then I think I lost my taste on like the 5th night, but definitely on the 6th day. So yeah, I feel like my experience with it was each day had a new symptom, and it was just like a very slow, dragged out process, I guess. I'm gonna do highlighter next. I've been loving this one from M Cosmetics. This is their Sunscape Highlighter in Clarity. Like, do you see how pretty that glows? For blush, I'm gonna use the Hourglass Cosmetics Ambient Lighting Edit Universe palette. It is also just so gorgeous. Look at the way it matches everything in this frame right now. I'm gonna mix these 2 blushes right here. This is so pretty and it gives your face the most beautiful glow. So I'm using the e.l.f. blush brush and I'm gonna apply it like on the top of my cheekbones, like higher on the face, so it lifts my face up a bit more. Do you see it? Like my face just glows. Like, I love that Hourglass palette. I'm gonna do my eyes now. I'm gonna use these 2 palettes, mostly because I want this coral shade from the Fenty palette. And then I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona Lila palette. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow combos, and I've done a tutorial on this before, but I did it a little bit differently this time. So first, I'm going to take this coral shade right here. I think it's called Quicksand. And I'm using the Sephora Pro Blending 27 brush. I'm just gonna start in the outer corner and then sweep it upwards like that and then bring it across. You just want it to look soft and diffused. It's a smoky look, so you don't have to be super precise with it. So I'm also going to add that to the lower lash line. I'm going to use the Luxie Mini Round 141 brush. Next, I'm going to take my e.l.f. Defining Eye Brush and going into the Natasha Denona palette. I'm going to use this taupe mauve shade and mostly focus that in the inner corner or inner half and just work it outwards. I've mostly been posting my makeup videos on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know, I just feel like that's where most people watch makeup content nowadays. I think also because it's so quick and fast, there's less pressure on the video and I can just freely talk. Like, I love posting on stories. I think stories is so fun, which is so funny actually, because I try to apply that same mentality to a TikTok video, but I feel like TikTok videos also require a little bit more effort. So I don't know. My head's been all over the place with all these different platforms and I think they're all so fun, but I'm trying to figure out where to do what. I'm gonna take this dark brown shade right here now and work that into the outer corner. And I still love doing vlogs, but I kind of took a break from them because I feel like I wasn't doing anything interesting. I'm gonna use the M Cosmetics brown liner now and just do a really small wing on the top. I'm gonna do a relatively like flatter one as well. Okay, then I like to go at the top of where my eye is rounded. Oh my gosh. I haven't used this liner in so long. I think it's like drying out. Okay, I need to switch liners. I'm gonna use the Benefit brown roller liner now. Okay, sorry. I had to do that off camera because it was getting really difficult. And now I'm going to take a clean Sigma winged liner brush and I'm gonna take the dark brown shade again and work that into the lower lash line. So I'm gonna start in the inner corner and get really up in there and then trace the lash line. And then with the outer half, I'm just gonna draw it straight like this. I think that I've been seeing a lot of this in Korean makeup styles, so I thought I would try it, and I kind of like it. It's just like something different, just like that. I watched Singles Inferno, and I feel like this was what Gia did with her makeup. I loved watching Singles Inferno, and I actually ended up loving Soyeon with Jintech. I think they're so cute. I'm gonna do my lashes next. I've been loving the Heroine Makeup Volume and Curl Super Waterproof Mascara. I've been loving just wearing mascara recently and then sometimes doing half lashes. I've actually been using these Ardell Wispies clusters. I don't know if I want to add those wispy clusters today just because I want to save them for another time. I'm like running low, but they're really nice when you just want to add a little flare to the end of your eyes, especially because for me that's where like I don't have a lot of lashes there, and they're way more comfortable than when I do a full lash because, you know, it doesn't go across your entire eye. I almost forget that I have them on, and I've noticed recently with like the full lash, they don't last as long on me anymore. Maybe the way my inner corner folds now, it just always comes off on the inner corner, and it's really annoying to have to keep like reapplying it. Now I'm gonna add mascara to my bottom lashes. If you watched my heart to heart video, like I talked about how last year was just a really great work year, and it was amazing. Like I can't believe all the brands that I got to work with and like the opportunities that I had. But honestly, it was kind of hard to balance everything out between like sponsored and non-sponsored content. I always would hear like creators say that, and I was like, it can't be that hard, can it? Like it's all just about time management and like this and that and whatever. Like, no, I was very much humbled because I was like, oh, I get it. It's actually really hard to balance everything. It's not like I have extra energy for doing brand work and then extra energy for like non-sponsored work. It's still the same me with the same amount of energy, and trying to like balance it both is like really hard. So this year I'm gonna try to be better at that. I mean, all of you are so nice. I've never gotten any comments about like me doing too much brand work. Like I think you're all so understanding of that, and like girls gotta make money, you know? But I think for me, like I want to be better at balancing it out and stuff. I don't know. Is that like a weird thing to even talk about? I genuinely love doing this so much. Like I hope I can do this for a really long time, but like every job comes with its ups and downs and pros and cons and all of that stuff, you know? I'm done with the eyes, finally moving on to the lips. So I did a gradient lip in that photo. First I'm gonna use this one from Hourglass in the shade Influencer. How ironic and funny, but it's a really pretty nude shade. I got this from YSL. This is their Rouge sur Mesure, please don't laugh at my French, which is their custom lip color device. I did a video about this on TikTok, but it's really freaking cool. I can't believe they sent this to me. I'll link my TikTok video down below in case you want to see how this works. It's really quick, but I think it's pretty thorough. So I actually created this custom lip color that I saw Zoe Kravitz wear. It's like a dark red color, but I'm going to apply this to the center of my lips to create a gradient. It came with a lip brush also, so I'm going to use that in here and then just go in the center. I'm gonna use this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Setting Spray. Someone told me that this really works for keeping your makeup on when you wear a mask. You just have to spray a bunch of it. And when I first used it, I didn't really like it. Setting sprays tend to dry out my face, I think. But when I started drenching my face in this, it really did work to help keep my makeup on. Like, it's really good. It also makes your skin look pretty glowy. And the camera stopped recording while I was taking my hair down. My hair died down quite a bit, so that's good. But I'm just gonna like go fix my bangs real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, that's a little better. Funny story with my bangs actually, like when I went to get a trim with Jenny, I asked her to give me bangs, and I was like debating between wanting thicker bangs or like wispier bangs, and then I left with like thinner wispy bangs. And then later that day I was like, I think I want them to be thicker. And I don't live in the 626 anymore where Jenny's at. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try and do it myself and maybe it'll turn out fine. So I cut it myself and it wasn't that bad actually. Like I could have done it way worse, but it wasn't even, and I lost patience, didn't want to deal with it anymore. And I think because I'm always gonna know that I did it myself, I'm never gonna feel like they look right. So I went back to my hairstylist Jenny and asked her to fix it for me, and she made it look a lot better. But she did say I cut a little too much on this side, but it's fine. It looks fine now. Like it looks really cute like this, right? Okay, how do I show you this dress I'm wearing? It's really cute. It's from ASTR. Anyway, so that's it for this video. I hope my experience with COVID is helpful to some of you out there. Remember to do your best to stay safe and mask up and everything. Everyone's experience with COVID is different, so you just never know. I got really lucky, I think, having mild symptoms, but I don't know what the long haul symptoms might be like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I'm changing right out of this into sweats now. Bye!